Hello, everybody. Welcome to my BookTube channel. I am Marlisha, and this is my channel, Marlisha's Meanderings. I am here today to do a book haul because I have books all over the house that aren't in shelves, that are just kind of in boxes and on tables and things like that, from Christmas and a late January birthday. So I thought I'd get on here and show you some of the things I got for Christmas and for birthdays. A little bit of information regarding this haul, a little bit of background. I have been put on an elimination diet starting Ash Wednesday to determine what my food sensitivities are. I was already aware that I was probably gluten and dairy sensitive. They want to make sure that's all it is. And if maybe it's more one than the other, or maybe just one. So I have all these that I'm going to show you are gluten-free, dairy-free books, except for one of them, I believe. So anyway, I'm going to start out with one that actually this is not a new one. You may have seen this one before, but when I found out that I was going to have to do this, I wanted crock pot recipes, yes, to be able to just kind of put on the counter and let cook while I was doing other things. So this is called the Gluten-Free Cookbook for Slow Cookers. Okay. And this is by, doesn't have an author on it. Let me put my glasses on. Maybe that will help me to be able to see things a little bit better. The good thing about this is that it tells you if it's dairy-free as well, and a lot of these are. And you can see all these sticky notes. The ones that are sideways are the ones I put in, and the ones that are vertical, my husband went and looked at what I looked at and then put which ones that I liked and he liked going up and down. So the one I'm actually making in the next few days, probably next week actually, because I need to go and get some more meat, is called beef stew. And unfortunately, this doesn't really have any pictures in it. It has some pictures, but not a whole lot. But it's a beef stew, and it's dairy-free already, so I can just throw the ingredients in and just let it cook. The pictures are mostly on the chapter pages. We have the name of the chapter, and the facing page has a picture. And I don't know how they do this, but they have recipes in here, like for coffee cake. Like they have cobblers in here, and crisps, and pies, and lava cakes, and things. How do you do that in a crock pot? I mean, that's going to be interesting. It'll be a lot of fun. Let's see. There's not a whole lot in the way of pictures here, but they got creamy spinach and black bean enchiladas. I love that. If I can figure out how to make it dairy-free, I would love to make that. There's one in here that I really wanted to make, but if nobody else is going to eat it, I don't want to be having to eat it all by myself. It's an artichoke. I think it's artichoke and spinach. I'm trying to see. Probably wouldn't be with the vertical bookmarks because my husband doesn't care for it necessarily. There's smoked salmon and potato casserole in here. Oh, well, I should have been a little more. Oh, the paella in here. I should have been a little more prepared. Does anybody know what tempeh is? T-E-M-P-E-H. There's something in here for sweet and sour tempeh with vegetables. I don't know what that is, but it's dairy-free and it's gluten-free. I'm trying to find. Well, I will find it later. This is a pretty picture. I'm amazed at how versatile the crock pot can be. Soups. I love soups. Soups and stews. There's a lot of that kind of stuff in here. Potato leek soup, which I love. Ooh, fried rice. I think one of the biggest disappointments on having to do this for 6 weeks before I start adding things back in to see what I'm having issues with is I can't have much in the way of Chinese food or Italian food. So anything that's kind of a, what do you call it? Kind of a stopgap so I can have that kind of food, sort of, is very much appreciated. I don't see that one recipe I was looking for. Oh, well, poop doodles. Oh, they have a chai tea in here. Anybody who knows me knows I love chai tea. And this one looks like it's really good. All I have to do, I found out they do have half and half. That is not dairy, but I didn't realize how many calories that stuff has. If I put 2.5 cups of half and half in there, it adds like 1,000 calories for 4 servings. I mean, that's a lot of calories. Oh, here it is. Artichoke and sun-dried tomato breakfast casserole. No picture, but that's what I wanted to try. So maybe I'll try that later on as a breakfast option or even as a dinner option. So that's not really a new book, but I was excited because there's so much stuff in it. Now this one I picked up with some of my remainders of birthday money that was given, and I got it from Thrift Books, and it's in really good shape. It's by Kelly Herner. It's called Gluten-Free and Dairy-Free Meal Prep Cookbook. Pretty pictures on there. There's no pictures in this one either, but it has a whole bunch of information. You know, it gives you tips. It gives you actual meal plans for a month, which I don't think I will follow because I'm not really big on that kind of thing, just kind of following someone else's. And some of the stuff I can't eat anyway, so I will do the best I can. But I like the fact that there's granola recipes in here. Granola, almond cranberry chocolate granola bars, and cinnamon raisin granola. That would be great for breakfast or for snacks. And it's funny because the granola and the cinnamon raisin granola, they said to add milk, almost like a breakfast cereal. But the almond cranberry chocolate granola bars, they don't say to do that. I think I might do that anyway because it would be neat for breakfast. But this is really intriguing to me because I was looking at it and it seems to have recipes that I will actually want to eat and that aren't too far out there in terms of ingredients. So it's like this person actually maybe lives with it, gluten-free and dairy-free, and makes things that, you know, would be nice to eat. I would love to know what quinoa, Quinoa, is. I think it's a grain. If anybody knows about that, what it tastes like, that's something I'm looking in to trying. That and buckwheat for bread. Apparently I can have buckwheat. So I'm learning all kinds of things. This is really, it's an adventure. I mean, I can look at it as limitations, you know, to what I can eat and what I can drink and what I can do. I choose to look at it as an adventure. It will be fun. Yes, I will have limitations, but I don't want to impact my family too much. So I'm looking for things that are naturally gluten-free, dairy-free. And then for the rest, that's where I can go a little crazy and explore. And Talia will sometimes help me with that as well because she had to do part of this journey before, which is why I have a little bit of familiarity with it, because with her conditions, they thought that maybe gluten-free, dairy-free would help her. And while she's not gluten-free, dairy-free by necessity, she does do some of it. And so she will experiment a little bit with me as her stomach and allows. Now this is one that I got for Christmas. I think my husband gave it to me. It's a dairy-free, gluten-free baking cookbook. And this is by Danielle, I don't know, Fahrenkrug. I'm sorry, I don't know how to pronounce that. Can you see that? And this one, none of these have pictures in it. I was hoping some of these would have pictures in it, but there's all kinds of really neat things in here. Triple berry baked oatmeal. I love oatmeal. And this is another one that says whether it says dairy-free, gluten-free cookbook, but I guess not all the recipes are everything because this says it's nut-free and soy-free. It is gluten-free. Oh, I know. It's gluten-free, dairy-free, and it's also nut-free and soy-free. I think that's what that means. Because if it says this on the front and doesn't have any caveat, it must be both of these. And then what's here at the top there, can you see that? Where it says nut-free and soy-free, that must be, mean it also is that. I can't imagine having all of those silver dollar pancakes. Ooh, I need to make those for Spy Wednesday. I was afraid I would have to give that up. But if I can do this, and I can change out the unsweetened dairy-free milk for vanilla sweetened milk. Okay, yeah, I have a sweet tooth. No apologies there. So yeah, this looks really good. Got biscuits in here, breads, and I love bread. So yeah, this looks really good. A baking book that's gluten-free and dairy-free. Another one that I got, this is gluten-free, dairy-free cookbook. And this is also by Danielle Fahrenkrug. And it says 100 satisfying family-friendly recipes. And this is the picture on the front. It looks like, I don't know what that is. It looks like a fajita, but it's kind of between, I don't know, crepes or pancakes or tacos. I can't really tell. Maybe it's 3 tacos, one on top of the other. I really can't tell. And it's topped with fruit. Apples and strawberries and blueberries, maybe. Maybe it's an olive. I don't know. But it looks like it's fruit on top there. Fruit. And you can see a picture here in the cover. Actually, it's a title page, I guess. Contents page. I've never tried working with rice flour, although the noodles that I find to be best right now for gluten-free, dairy-free, at least for my taste palette and for my husband's, because he has some reactions with noodles and things, is the one with rice flour in it. I think it's rice and quinoa, however you say that. My daughter tells me I keep pronouncing it wrong, but is the one that has rice flour. It's very tasty. It doesn't leave a weird feeling or aftertaste in it. And this book is really good because it gives you like non-dairy milk alternatives and things like that. And they do definitely have a slightly different taste to some of them. I don't remember soy having too much of a strange taste, but it's been a long time because I prefer almond milk. Let's see. We talk about chocolate, which is very important if you're me, because I love chocolate. The different kinds of flours. And here you have a gluten-free alternative substitution chart, which is really good. I love to cook, and this will give me another avenue of exploration. Oh, here's a picture. I'm not sure what, it's called a BLT wedge salad with herb cashew dressing. That's an odd way. It looks like you would have that really hard white center part of the salad. I'm not sure how I feel about that, but something worth trying, I suppose. Let me see. Opens up the alternatives. Here's a real nice. Can you see that? There you go. This is healthy summer spaghetti. I wonder if that's got, well, it looks like regular noodles. I was wondering if that was maybe, what do you call it? Not zucchini, squash noodles. There's some kind of noodle that's a plant, and I can't remember what it is. But this looks like a really, really good cookbook as well. I need to sit down and mark things. I think my husband is of the opinion that I should probably mark the things I don't like or want to try. That might be better. This is halibut with mango salsa verde. Well, that sounds good. Huh. I'm getting into new flavor profiles and new ethnic foods. You know, not just, I used to stay pretty close to Italian, and then when I married my husband, I got more into Mexican and Chinese, of course. I like Chinese. But I'm getting into more of other things now because of necessity. I need to try other things. And so this is exciting. This looks good. It's a creamy Tuscan sun-dried tomato chicken. I need to try that. I love sun-dried tomatoes, and with chicken, that sounds good. Just hope it's not fried. It's on page 100. Let's see if it's fried. I want to fry things. 40 minutes. Oh, it comes, okay, it goes in the oven. So I guess you do a little bit on the skillet, maybe to brown it or something, then you put it in the oven. So yeah, I'm really happy with this book. Oh, this looks like these are snacks. What an odd way to cut a carrot. I mean, I've seen it before. Here's the carrots. It looks like they didn't take the tops off of it. They just kind of slid it down the center longwise. Usually when I see that, it's in French cuisine. I don't know. I think that's some kind of beet sauce on that purple kind of applesauce consistency. Never heard of that. This is where all the fun stuff is, the snacks and all that. I think there's maybe even some kind of, there might be even some trail mixes, which I want to make some of those. Oh, if I can actually have a cheesecake. Oh, I love cheesecake, but I haven't had a cheesecake in years. Are you guys hungry yet? I am. I'm hungry. Let me see here. Okay, so this is a different author. This is the dairy-free comfort food cookbook. So this one's just dairy-free. But I'm becoming more familiar, and as I become more familiar still, I can go ahead and switch out what I need to. If it's not dairy-free, I can switch out things so it is. If it's not gluten-free, I can switch out things so that it is a gluten-free recipe. I know sometimes it doesn't work very well, but I bet about 90% of the time, maybe 85% of the time, you can switch it out. And this, I'm not sure if this is an older book or if I just sat down at Christmas time and put some markers in it. So let's see what I marked here. Maybe there are some pictures. Not for the recipes, but I marked, and this is, I love the way they put egg-free, gluten-free, nut-free, soy-free. So this is definitely dairy, and then it also is these other things. Oh, there's a loaded potato soup. That sounds really good. Fluffy mashed potatoes. I love that. Oh, they have fried ravioli. I'm not sure how I feel about frying, though. I don't like to fry things. Ranch seasoned fries. Ooh. Egg-free, gluten-free, nut-free, soy-free, and obviously dairy-free because it's in this book. Oh, I'm really excited about this. Shepherd's pie. I'm trying to see if there are any pictures. I would love to show you things. I thought there were more pictures in this book. I know one of them that I was looking at had pictures, but I think maybe it's one of the last ones. I do apologize for not having more to show you except the cover of the book. This looks good. This looks like it might be a artichoke spinach cheese dip like we get at some of the restaurants. Looks like that might be something like that. Oh, it is. How about that? Spinach artichoke dip. It's right there in bold. If it had been a snake, it would have bit me. Okay. Good thing it wasn't a snake. Okay, so, ooh, dairy-free milks, cheeses, and creamy sauces. Oh, this is the one that shows me how to make the different kinds of milks instead of buying it. How to make almond milk. How to make, get this, banana milk. I never knew there was such a thing, banana milk. Coconut milk, oat milk, cauliflower Alfredo sauce, ranch dressing. Okay, so it's got all kinds of things. You can make coconut feta, almond sour cream. Ooh, this could be invaluable, especially if I want to make something like vegetarian lasagna and I can't find all the cheeses. So yeah, this might be a very valuable book. Now, my husband got me for my birthday a KitchenAid stand-up mixer. So, you know, one of these. And he got me this recipe book as well. Now, these probably are not gluten-free, dairy-free, but I can adapt. There's a whole bunch. There's a place in here for maintenance and care, of course, of the machine. The whole first 5 pages are that, and the print is pretty small, so you can see that. And then we go right into breads and doughs, and this would be whether I'm doing gluten-free or dairy-free. I can use this mixer. Like my husband wanted to make. He found a gluten-free bread. And it had an inordinate amount of flour, and it actually made our machine smoke. And then when he looked, he had to dump it. When he looked in the comments for this recipe, several people said it smoked. A couple people said that it broke their machine. So something like this would be better if we can use the mixer to get the dough all mixed up and then put it in the bread machine, and then maybe it should work. It won't be having to, you know, mix all the ingredients together. It was too much work, even though it had the capacity to make that size bread. It was just too much work. But this has a lot of recipes. Banana chocolate chip bread, which I just made yesterday. Actually, I made banana chocolate chip bread. What I did was I altered a recipe to make it gluten-free, dairy-free, and then added some chocolate. And then today, it's in the oven right now, is pumpkin bread. I have to keep an ear out because it should be finished like in the next 15-20 minutes. So hopefully I won't be on that long, but I'm making that because I have guests coming. But that one's also another one that I went ahead and made gluten-free, dairy-free. I made alterations. But this, I'm not sure how I would do this. Sometimes regular bread recipes don't work really well. I think you have to play around with the liquid to the flour ratio a little bit, because I think that there's more absorption or something. It's I don't make bread usually, but I've seen what my husband and my daughter do, and sometimes it just seems like it doesn't absorb the same way. You don't get the same kind of dough with an almond milk or maybe with the almond flour. You have to be able to play around with it a little bit. But there are pictures in here. You see the breads. Not big pictures, but there are pictures. Self-frosting carrot cake. How does it self-frost? Huh, I have to read about that. Coconut chocolate cream cake. Oh, these sound really good. I can't get too excited about these until I can figure out how to make them gluten-free, dairy-free, or I find out that I can eat them. But I can get excited about an all-American classic apple pie. But my husband makes the best apple pie ever with caramel in it. I can't eat it until, until I figure out I can eat that. They have a classic coffee cake with almond topping. That's this one right here. It doesn't look like a coffee cake. It looks almost like a chocolate cake. Ooh, look at this. Chocolate chip cookies, I think. I make a chocolate biscotti that I think will be easier to do the dough with the with this machine, the KitchenAid. So we'll see, because it's a very heavy dough. Oh, they have all kinds of neat stuff in here. I'm really excited about this. It's how to make the pasta. You can make pasta and everything in this, so that's exciting. The last thing I want to show you, I'm not sure if I showed you this. I'm a sucker for soups, and this is a Taste of Home, which I really like. I like Taste of Home and all recipes for just normal, everyday kind of recipes. And this is a Taste of Home soup issue, so you can see. And soups, if you make them homemade, can have as much or as little dairy or gluten as you want to put in them. And look at that. What is that? It's a chickpea tortilla soup. Chickpea tortilla soup. I've never heard anything like that. But there's all kinds of soup in here. I've got some marked. I'm not sure why I have some marked up and down and some sideways. But, oh, here's a ramen. I want to learn how to make ramen. Homemade ramen. I also want to learn how to make egg rolls and egg drop soup and all that kind of stuff. I have some recipes that came in through my Gluten-Free on a Shoestring newsletter, but I haven't tried it yet because it just came in. Look at this. Look at these. I think this is one of the best magazines ever, and the soups are absolutely fabulous. Oh, pasta fazool soup. So yeah, this is, oh, bread bowls. I would love to hear how you guys have had luck with, what kind of luck you've had with sourdough. I haven't tried it. Talia tried it a few times. She says she always kills the starter. So I would love to know if any of you have any luck with sourdough. I know that sourdough can be like forever. There are places that had sourdough that's like 100 years old. So I would love to know any tips about sourdough. And I'd also love to know if you have any tips about gluten-free or dairy-free recipes, how to alter normal recipes to make them gluten-free, dairy-free, or if you have favorite places to find gluten-free, dairy-free recipes. I would love to know that. In the meantime, I want to thank you for joining me here for my foodie meanderings, and I hope you had fun, and I hope that I will see you the next time that I record. And I wish you a very wonderful Sunday. God bless. Bye-bye.